you guys are having a great Friday. It is game 4 of the NBA Finals. I'm going to give you guys a few picks, whether it's a good game or not. I don't know. That's to be decided. But we're still going to get in on the action. I've got a few winners for you guys. This is the free 3. What's up? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and we're just trying to make that money. Yesterday, we were able to do that here on the channel. We were able to make that money. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm a superstitious guy. So, you know, when we win, when we cash in like we did yesterday, full sweep, right? We did that sweep like air, 3-0 on the day. I wore a suit. So today I'm like, all right, let me put on another fit real quick. Maybe we can run it back today because we need this to end off the NBA season strong. Hopefully today is not the last game of the NBA season, but if it is, then I want to finish off the season in a really strong way. Hopefully we can go back to back. Last night, like I mentioned, a full sweep of the card. 3-0 on the day. We cashed the Red Sox and the Phillies nerfy. We cashed the Twins and Mets money line parlay. And then Greg Crochet over 17.5 pitching outs. No sweat bet. Dude went into the 7th inning. Looked absolutely stellar last night. Absolutely amazing performance from the young pitcher there. So you love to see it. 3-0 on the day yesterday. And today we're going to run it back because I've got 3 best bets for you guys inside of the NBA Finals. And then I'm going to throw in an MLB winner. So hopefully we can go 4-0 on the day today. And if you guys have been enjoying the channel and the video, I greatly appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys are smashing that subscribe button and hitting that like button. Let's get this out to a few more people as we continue to try to smash the sports books together. Let's dive into these best bets for game 4 of the NBA Finals. For my first best bet of the day for game 4, and I really am just been thinking about, are the Celtics going to win this game? Are they really going to sweep the Mavs? And I can see it happening. In all honesty, like, I'm a big believer, like, that's why I took the Mavs in game 3 very heavily, is because I believe that Vegas, the NBA, like, they're all in cahoots to make money. You understand the longer you have a series, that means it's more tickets sold. That's just more money to be made, more eyeballs, more attention. So that's why I'm really like, this playoffs this year sucked because we just didn't see a lot of competitive series. We knew what was going to happen, but less games just also means less revenue for the NBA. So do they really want to sweep in the NBA Finals? That's how I think about it. But the way the Mavs have been playing and the way the Celtics look, I really just don't know if I can lay the Mavs in the money line, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Can you guys do it? I don't know. And I mean, the Celtics, I think they can finish it out tonight, all honesty. They're that good. They're going to go down in history as one of the best NBA teams to ever assemble. Like, they have a chance to really finish this campaign with less than 20 losses for the entire year, from the playoffs all the way through the regular season. Like, that's incredible. And because of that, like, I think the Celtics can win it today, but I'm just not willing to put my money on either team on the money line, but I am going to look at the total here. This is a series that's gone under in every single game thus far in the finals, and this is a bet that I was looking at today. I'm like, this number looks a little interesting, and that was the first half number of 108.5, and I'm going to take the under here. Both of these teams have come out a little bit slower thus far in this series, and they're playing a little bit more defensively as the series has strung along. In game 1, combined in the first half, the team scored 107 points. In game 2, combined, they scored 105 points. In game 3 combined, 101 points. So each game, the tempo's gone a little bit slower. The game's gone a little bit more defensive. And when I really think about it, it's like the Mavs going to be able to outscore the Celtics. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they want to get into a track meet with the Celtics and really get this thing to 115, 110 points. But when you keep in mind that this has been a series that has been going towards the under and the Mavs haven't been able to win those games, so they try to switch it up today, I don't know. I think they keep their pace. I think they keep the way that they've been playing. It was more of a slow tempo, and I feel like they had last game if it wasn't for Luka and some of the bad plays, Jason Kidd calling a timeout after the Mavs had the momentum to allow the Celtics to regroup. There was just a lot of things that went on in game 3 that can account for why they lost. But for today, game 4, I believe it's going to be more of a defensive-minded game. I believe the Celtics are going to put the clamps on. I feel like this one is going to start off fast-paced, so you might be able to get a better number live, but I think it's going to slow down because that's what we've been seeing in the second quarter of each one of these games. This is only going to cost you minus 110, so that's not bad. And I think for here in this game 4, the Celtics understand what they have as an opportunity. They're not going to be too worried, obviously, because they can go back home in game 5. I don't think Porzingis plays either. The first half under is the play here, as we've seen it hit 3 games in a row, and I think that fits into what the Mavs are trying to do, not only defensively, but offensively as well, which is keep control of the tempo and pace. And I think they understand that they don't have the offensive capabilities, even with the role players like Tim Hardaway, to be able to keep up offensively with the Celtics. So So that's why they're trying to muddy the game up and make it more of a slower tempo pace game. First half under 108.5, just a little bit too high for me to get this game started. So because I also leaned the under in this game, one angle that I thought was pretty interesting was the Dallas Mavericks team total. And that's because they have yet to go over their team total number this series, and they actually have yet to score 100 points in this series. I don't know if you guys knew that. Game 1, 89 points. Game 2, 98 points. Last game, 99 points. So now, Game 4, closeout game, backs against the wall. Will they score? Possibly, but the team total for the Mavericks is at 105.5. They haven't even sniffed that number. And for me, I just can't lay that. And I'm going to go Mavs team total under 105.5, minus 110 odds. Now, I know unders are not always the most popular plays, but let's be honest, some of the overs haven't been working for us as well. So you might as well switch it up and run an under. But when you look at the Mavericks thus far this postseason, they've been an under team. Like I mentioned, all 3 games in this series have gone under. Last series against the Timberwolves, the only game that was over 210, so double-digit numbers, guess what it did? It went under. Now, the games that were lower scored went over, but again, double-digit numbers went under. The series against OKC, any total that was over 210, guess what happened? It went under. So that's what I'm saying. When we have these high totals of 212, 211.5, the Mavs have consistently gone under, but their team total has gone under as well. If they win this game, I think it's because it's going to be like a 103, 104 to maybe 98, 100 type game. But, I think the Celtics in the fourth quarter, if they're within striking distance, which they should be, they're going to put the clamps on. They're going to be able to go on a run. Drew Holiday, they just have so many weapons defensively, man. The Celtics are legit, man. And it's just, I don't see how the Mavs are going to be able to exploit that if they get away from what works for them. They start the game well, attacking Tatum, Luka doing his thing, but then they start settling for step-back jump shots. They start settling for foul calls or crying to the refs. It's just a different brand of basketball. They don't pick out Tatum anymore. When Drew Holiday is picking up guys full 3/4 court, it's throwing them off their rhythm. So I think this is going to be one that's just a little bit more slower paced game here. Mavs have not even come close to 105.5 here, and I just don't think they're going to sniff it again today. So give me this under as our second best bet in this matchup. Third and final pick for this game. It's going to be a little bit different than what I usually do. You guys know, if you've been a fan of the show, or if you've been following me in the Discord group, whatever the case may be, I don't take assumptive bets. What do I mean by that? It's like I'm not just going to predict this is going to happen. I normally give you good stats to back up why I like something. But for today, this pick, I'm just going to go with my gut. And I think this is a guy who's going to try to go for NBA Finals MVP, not for just in today's game, but in the next game as well. Jaylen Brown, over 24.5 points, minus 110 odds. I think he gets this today. I think he wins and gets NBA Finals MVP, in all honesty, over Jason Tatum if he can have an amazing game. Jaylen Brown, in all honesty, to me, he's been the X factor of this series. We saw that in Game 3. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. That's exactly what you're looking for. In Games 1 and Games 2, 22 points, 21 points. That's more points than Jason Tatum scored in those games. He went under the number of 24.5, but at the same time, we've seen what his impact on this series can be, and now that he has a chance to close it out and win NBA Finals MVP, I think he takes advantage of that opportunity. 5 games against the Mavericks this season, 26.4 points per game he's averaging. Jaylen Brown, I think that he's the differentiator, the difference maker in this game. Drew Holiday scoring slow down a little bit. They're going to need more scoring from him with no Porzingis probably today. So for me, I like this number here. I like what Jaylen Brown can do. You may want to wait because I don't think the line is really going to move on this one too much. So because of that, if Porzingis does for some reason get ruled in, this number might drop to 21.5 or so, 22. But I still like it. I think Jaylen Brown is the guy who's going to step up in this closeout matchup for the Celtics. Not to say that Tatum doesn't go over his points. I think they both can do it. But I think Jaylen Brown is the guy that I'm really going to have circled, as I think this is a big opportunity for him. And he's the guy who can really be able to exploit this defense the best. For our last best bet of the day, I'm going to give you guys a quick little baseball winner. Nothing too crazy. We're going to go over to the old school rivalry that MLB loves so much, Red Sox, Yankees, and we're going to go with Mr. Man, Luis Gil himself, over 16.5 pitching outs, minus 115 odds on FanDuel. I don't know why this number is so low, 16.5. I think we're getting value on this because of the Red Sox offense over the last few days against the Phillies. They scored 9 runs yesterday. We saw them get to Aaron Nola in that matchup, and then they scored 8 runs the game before. But if you look at Luis Gil, last start against the Dodgers, 5 2/3 innings, so he actually would have gone over this number. 5 hits, 3 earned runs. runs against the Dodgers. If you look at his last 7 starts before that, he went over this number. He had a quality start in 7 straight starts, including going 8 innings in one matchup. So I just don't understand why we're getting this number. Luis Gil has been one of the best pitchers in all of the major leagues. 2.04 ERA, which is 5th best in the majors. 8-1 on the year, which is 4th best in the major. 90 strikeouts, with 12th best in the majors. .93 whip, it's 4th best in the majors. So for us to get this number over 16.5 pitching outs, it's just way too small of a number for me. I think we're getting value on it because I think it's going to be a shootout. But even Brian Bellows on the mound for the Red Sox. The Yankees offense been on fire. I also am looking at his over 5.5 hits allowed. So for me, if the Yankees get out to a quick start, Luis Gil has some run support, so he doesn't have to get pulled early. Give me Luis Gil over 16.5 outs as our last best bet of the day. All right, guys, that's it for me today, my friends. 4 best bets, 4 winners that I'm giving you guys on this Friday card real fast, real quick. First half under in the Mavs and Celtics, under 108.5. We're going to go with the Mavs team total under 105.5. Even if they win the game, I still think that one goes under. Jaylen Brown over 24.5 points. And then Luis Gil over 16.5 pitching outs. That's it for me today, my friends. Hopefully we can celebrate a winning day. Appreciate all the love and support. As always, it is your boy Noble Living. We'll be back tomorrow for another quick short and real where we're giving you a few quick MLB winners. Let's get to that bread. I'll see y'all tomorrow's video. Later, gang.